Alright you guys, so we're back again. This time this video is dedicated to my sisters once again, and this time we're showing my room requirement for my Hufflepuff character that I have. There's the Lord of the Coast. The giant grapple horn. It's so cool. But yeah, this video is dedicated to my little sisters who are also playing Hogwarts Legacy. And this is my room requirement for my character, Becca McIntyre. She is a House Hufflepuff character. I went with our herbology build for this character. So let's go ahead and take a look at her, at her room requirements. So let's go ahead and load it up. Alright, so we'll get ready for it to load up real quick. So this one, as you can tell right off the bat, this is very different from my Slytherin build. For my Slytherin build, I went with a very dark, kind of gothic look. For this character, though, I decided to go with a very botanist type of motif. So you can see the beautiful scroll work and carving of all the wooden architecture in this house. We also got like plants and growing gears and like growing kits and like shelves and pottery and all kinds of things, and it's super bright. And I wanted to create like this kind of hobbity, like hobbit hole type of home. So this is the first great room. And as you can see, very, very different from my Slytherin house. As you see, we got lots of beehive-looking motifs with flying birds and beautiful yellow fabrics and saris hanging from the ceiling. The beautiful-looking Art Nouveau style chandeliers, and we have these beautiful beehive-looking things on the cannonades. And this looks really, really warm. I love this mosaic tile that we have on the ground. That they have. It just looks very much something like you would see in a lot of Muslim architecture, and it looks really, really beautiful and really warm and inviting, with especially when you go with the warmer earth tone colors. So of course we have a unicorn in the middle, because why wouldn't we? This is a Hufflepuff player. As you can see, our little great room here. We got seating areas with armchairs, leather couches, warm leather couches with warm leathers and browns and yellows.
You should be proud of all the potions you brewed.
Thank you, Deke. And leather couches to sit in, and then we have our little sitting areas here with bookshelves and stuff. Like we have a little Quidditch match thing going on over here with these beautiful Muslim-inspired Celtic-looking carpets. Little floating candelabras that we have there, which looks really cool too. And we have Quidditch playing there. Once again, love using these knight statues. I imagine like these would be our protectors. Got that really cool-looking clock over there, which looks really cool too. And then over here we have another sitting area with like these large hexagon tables with all kinds of plants growing. So we got these beautiful ivies and leaves growing along the walls, lots of flowers and rich colors. I love these banisters. Look at those banisters, the way they're carved. Very Art Nouveau. Got this nice little yellow clock here as well. So you can see the colors are very warm and inviting. And it contrasts very nicely for the rest of the room inside. And this is our other sitting area over here too. We got beautiful paintings on the walls, cool looking couches that people just kind of lounge around and hang out at for the most part. So I think another seating area over here in the middle. And then over here I call this the chess room for this character. So you can imagine your friends sitting here playing Wizard's chess with all your friends watching the game proceed. All these little cool little knickknacks and Polynesian looking heads and tiki heads and stuff. It looks really cool. So, and then up here on the balcony, overlooking the room, I also have another sitting area up there. And in fact, let's go ahead and go up that way. So we'll take a right here. So as you can see here, going with that botany look. So this character's carrying a flower, really nice, warm looking, inviting architecture. He's got these beautiful arches with this, I don't know if you can see it too well, but yeah, we got this beautiful Celtic scroll work on the roof of the buildings. That looks really, really nice as well. So my character goes up these stairs. As you can see, we have shields and stuff and mirrors, emblems, of course. Got to represent House Hufflepuff there. I love these seating areas with like the way they have like all these like ropes and things and like tools for gardening. It looks really beautiful. I love these windows. Those look really absolutely cool too. And then like my armchairs and rugs and things, throw rugs. And I got giant hippogriff statues over here. Represent the fact that we have our Highland vivarium there. With all our pots and stuff where my flying creatures are located at. And this is the main sitting area for this character. So we got our singing frogs over here. Good. See, they're tripping away. And this is where I would go to actually have like a little writing desk. And I can imagine this is where my character goes to kind of study. She kind of just sits here and chills out, writing her stuff while she overlooks all the different flying books and birds and bees and all kinds of organic life just kind of flying around everywhere. So we've got a little clock over there as well, and then another hippogriff statue over here with the banners of Hufflepuff. Another little sitting area over here too for her friends to chill out if they want to come hang out. And then we got these emblems and shields and cat paintings on plates, which look hilarious. And then we'll go over here to the other side. So see, we got like some shelves with some gothic-looking type things in here, some grim-looking things. And the reason why I put these grim-looking things over here is because this is where the swamp vivarium is located at, where I put all the predatory creatures that I find. I put them in that place to make it look like it's, you know, thematic. Looks really cool. And we have a little sitting area here with a stuffed dragon again. And then back here is like the library, or garden, I guess you would say. So there's our garden materials. We got dodo bird statues, and like little flipping little cards, like Magic the Gathering type cards going at it, which looks really cool. We got some more shields and things, and a little podium here to read a book. And then we have our little mooncalf statue, which looks really cool. A table here with all these teas and things to drink if you want to while you're chilling out back here. And then over here we got a little sitting area here next to these books and these pots. Just looks really cool. I like how green everything looks. Like, you see what I'm saying, with like all the plants and things involved in the architecture here. This is the seaside vivarium, where that goes out to the beach. And then all the little aquatic looking creatures and thing over here. And that takes us back down directly to the great room, where we have the unicorn and such. That cool looking entryway looks amazing. So now that we're done looking at the great room here, let's take a look at the annex room, which is over here on the side. So let's take a look. So for this one, I decided to make this annex room like a giant laboratory library type thing. Look at the ceiling. The ceiling looks really beautiful. I just love the way that they do the artwork and the Anglo-Saxon style architecture with the stucco and the wood beams. So this room, I decided to turn this into like a giant laboratory. So as you see, my character walks in. We're greeted with this beautiful picture window with the hippogriff statue, and then we have this really impressive, airy type look. And like I said before, I really like that Muslim motif that they did. Like, these are things you'd see like in mosques, like in the Hagia Sophia, or the Blue Mosque, for example, with the nice, beautiful geometric workings there you see there. And then, of course, we have our beautiful saris going up directly to the top. Looks so airy. We got books all over the place flying around, which looks really cool. I thought that was a neat little idea to do for this one. So we have a hippogriff right here in the center, which is great because then it kind of dials out with our Celtic knot cardinal direction floor. And the idea that I did that so that way it looks like the different arrows represent you're going to different areas, like that arrow leads to this section and this arrow leads to that section. And once again, I use bookshelves as well as screens to create artificial doors and walls to separate the areas into smaller rooms. So you can see we have these beautiful looking drawers here and bookshelves here with bottles and stuff, which looks cool. The floating candles are really cool. So let's hang a right. So I call this the conference room. So once again, using the shelf with bookshelves and stuff to act as my walls. So as we go through here, as you can see, I got all my shelves acting as walls. We've got a beautiful clock here as well. The screening off this room here. And the reason why I call this a conference room is because there's a table with all these chairs. So you got musical instruments and all kinds of eclectic looking things. I imagine this is where my character would hang out with all her friends, her Hufflepuff friends, and they'd play instruments and things and hang out. And then so we got some more materials up on these bookshelves that look absolutely gorgeous. And then we have these nice warm leather couches and chairs to sit in. There's the house cup. And then, of course, we have another shelf here with all of our little knickknacks and urns and things. And interesting looking gear like that. A desk to take notes of the minutes of my friends' meeting and stuff. And then I have put some like little flower pots here. Deck as decoration. We got cool little artwork over here, like the Quidditch score for Quidditch, as well as like little signs for the group. And then from there, we'll go over here to this room. And this room is where I basically do all my customization for my character's clothing. So as you can see here, we got our screen acting as doors for this character. So once again, using bookshelves to make artificial walls, as well as clocks. So we have like a lot of different artwork on display, some more couches to hang out at. What I like about this, you have like these little scarves hanging around on the tables to make it look like there's like fabric and stuff in here. So we got a Celtic looking knot floor there. And then we go over here to this back corner where my character has her loom to customize her clothing. And then we got like these like fitting dummies. Like I can imagine this character like going over here, identifying the magical gear that she found, and then fitting it on these mannequins and sewing it here in the loom, and then fitting it on the mannequins to make it fit for her, so that way she knows exactly what kind of gear she has. And then of course we have this little door here that leads off to the main laboratory. We're going to talk about that next. So let's go over here in the center of the room. So behind the hippogriff statue, we have this huge bookshelf here, and I kind of sectioned this stuff off using to make it look like we have two different areas we can enter through to enter the laboratory, and they have that beautiful picture window right there in the middle. So we got little Puffskein statues because they look kind of cool, and we go in here, and this is where we get to the very first of the set of the library. So like I said, my character is supposed to be like a Hufflepuff herbologist type of build, so I imagine that she would be really big on potions, herbology, and learning stuff. So she would have these lots of different flowers and plants and things available everywhere, alongside with bookshelves, so that way she can get materials that she might need. We have our fertilizer over there, and I also decorated the walls with all kinds of cool stuff, like that keg over there. It looks really neat, and flower pots and things. So as you can see, we have a fertilizer over there in that corner. We also have our shrivel figs, as well as our Chinese chomping cabbages, as well as our flaxweed over here, growing over here against the wall. And then our moonstone distiller, and our chopping station with some mallow sweet. And I love these desks. I imagine these desks would be like writing down whatever potions or notations she has when it comes to her potions. And then we have our very first hopping pot over there. And then, of course, we have some more botany-looking tables here with decorations on it. And then I went with these T-section-looking 3-station potion stations along this wall. And I used these botany bookcases because it looks so organic, right? So you got all these like carvings, like squirrels and trees and things on the bookshelves over here, right? And then these potion tables also have like a lot of Art Nouveau looking things. You got logs down here, you got bottles and plants and animals. Sorry, not plants and animals. You got plants and buckets and things. And then you have these like stovepipes, but then you got like plants growing out of the stovepipe with like leaves swirling around it. So it looks like it's all organic, and it looks like it's like grown and not necessarily made. So I can imagine my character kind of bobbing and weaving between these different stations, grabbing plants from her garden that she has growing inside of here, processing the plants over here along the wall with our chopping stations and stuff, and her moonstone, and then going back and then making potions and things. And then back over here, of course, we got some more artwork along the walls, and we have our larger vegetation. So we have our venomous tentaculus over here. We have another huge botany table too. We got our mellow sweet leaves, as well as our mandrake roots and detony leaves for our potions and for our Chinese chopping cabbages to help us out. Another fertilizer station here. And then, of course, we have all of our bookshelves and things. I mean, this game is absolutely amazing with its decorating for the different materials that they have. It just looks absolutely fantastic the way they did that. So, yeah. This is my Hufflepuff characters. Oh, I mean, look at that. You got the green man over there. So, yeah, this is my Hufflepuff character's room of requirement. Her room is quite different than my Slytherin room that I showed you guys earlier. The Slytherin room is all dark and mysterious and gothic-y, while this one's more like a giant hobbit hole. I was trying to go for like a hobbit hole build when I built this one for my character. So there you guys have it. These are what my room's requirement looks like. So what do you guys think? Please let me know in your comments below. Alright, you guys. Peace out. Stay classy.